Hello everyone, welcome back to Bull's Gap. Farm Sim Guy here. As you can see, our tomato warehouse doing brilliantly there. Fully stocked up. And we are just waiting for our first supplies to pop out of there. In other news just around here as well, we have got some more whiskey to sell, which we're just about to go and do now. And we'll talk about what we're going to plan to do in this episode. There we go, just unloading the whiskey there. We'll reverse up and find a sweet spot again. There we go. Frustratingly, you know what it's like with this lorry, sometimes it's just a little bit temperamental. So, let's get this, well, at least try and get this finished unloading, and then we'll have a little bit of a chat about what we're going to do next. There we go, some enthusiastic driving and we are done. So, nice little earner there, a good chunk of money done. So yes, a few things I'm going to talk about next. We have done the two big fields next to the farm. They came as crops last time. Loads of money from the canola, brilliant cash crop that was. Mixture of the actual crop itself and the value of the straw. And obviously we put the corn into the distillery, which has since converted itself into whiskey, which again gives us another very big payday. We've got our tomatoes growing in the greenhouse. That was a big investment, nearly 100,000 by the time we'd got everything sorted there. And so we're looking good. We are looking good for money. What I do want to do next, though, is start thinking about what we're going to do with those fields. Now, I think the very big field where we had the canola last time, I may turn that into a grass field. That could be a very steady income from silage, which would do us very well, and we can go back to crops, wheat, barley, probably barley actually, because we need it for the distillery, and corn in the two small fields at the farm. So what we're going to do, we'll run the case back, we'll get things sorted for the evening, and we'll kick off tomorrow, fresh start, and see where we go from there. I'm slightly worried now, I don't have any tractors with enough power if I want to upgrade some machinery. I have got some money now, so we're going to have to look at what we do with our machinery. But exciting, time to invest in the farm, I think. Just under $250,000 in the bank, when you think 61 episodes ago we had a chainsaw and a dream. And now we're at just under £250,000 with everything we've got available to us. So, exciting times indeed. Okay, so here we are, back at the yard. We'll just tuck this somewhere safe for the evening. We'll go and check on the cows, make sure they're all okay. We also do have the two horses that we can sell tomorrow for maximum price as well, which should give us again another big chunk of money. So things are looking up. I'm definitely going to spend some money on equipment. Right, there we go. We'll just run over and see the cows, and we'll shut it down there for the evening. Cows are looking okay. I'm just topping up the water there. Make sure they're all suitably watered. We do need to clean things in here. Things looking a bit messy. They should be fine for food. Milk-wise, that'll be rather good by the morning as well. Nice bit of manure there as well, which we can utilise for the tomatoes in the greenhouse. So everything's looking up at the moment. But yes, let's call it there for the evening, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. How is everybody? Hope you slept well. We are back. Cows are still looking happy. I just realised I didn't check for food yesterday, but they're doing okay. We probably do need to top them up. And they are very messy. So first things first, we'll get them sorted. We don't want to leave them messy for too long, do we? And we'll top them up with food. So we'll jump this into a little time lapse. But then I think we'll jump in and start getting these fields mowed yet again. In fact, what I'll do, I'll set the mower to go before we start our time lapse of the animal feeding, and then they'll be making headway. It has to be the John Deere, doesn't it? Has to be the John Deere. And the next big thing we're going to do is also sell our horses. Like I said, we've upgraded our combine there to something a lot more substantial, and I think it's made a huge difference to the speed we can get stuff done. So seeders and planters we need to consider next. Obviously quite an expensive thing, so we'll need to make sure that we invest in the right one. One that does everything would be awesome, like the early riser planter. Obviously well without our reach at the moment, but maybe one to consider in the future. But definitely starting to think about bigger machinery now and really kind of maximising what we can do with the land we've got. Ideally I'd like to buy more land going forward as well, but baby steps, baby steps. So there's the John Deere away. We will let him batter through this, and he'll do it relatively quickly, to be honest, because he moves at pace with the batwing, which is awesome. So we'll let him run, and we'll start doing some animal work.
Trouble in sight, beating hearts don't lie, an empty page, a story to write. I'm in love, you're divine, and it's all in our signs. We're going away, get your bag, check the tag, decision is made, lock your door, need no more, it's already paid. Cancel your mail for a while. It's a journey for life, and I'm your ride. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on, I cannot go wrong.
So there we go, animals fed, nicely done. And the next thing we're going to do is make ourselves a bit more money. This will push us over the $250,000 in the bank point. There we go. Umbra and Peach are getting sold. I'm going to confirm that. There you go. £600 for the transfer of those animals. But we are done, and I think it's very important that we purchase a few more straight away, really. I'm actually going to buy 4 more this time. Because that could be a nice little earner. Okay, 20,000 spent. Let's just check they've got enough food, because we do have oats in the shed, but they've got plenty at the moment. We'll need to just keep an eye on that, but they do have plenty at the moment. But 4 new horses, that should bring us some good money in as well in the future. Right, now I did say I was going to invest in some new equipment, but at the same time, I'm going to be practical and I'm going to sell some stuff I don't need anymore. And the first thing we're going to sell, and I'm going to sell them all here because I've done the checks and I have the mechanic and the sell point here, and it does give me the same price as the shop. I've checked that in the past and I know that works. We're going to sell our plough and our baler and our windrow. So yes, wait and see what I mean by doing that. We are going to invest big today. So the plough is one thing we need to get rid of, because we're going to invest in a bigger one of those. That big field at the top definitely needs a bigger plough for it to work on. So let's just repair this. I mean, none of these are worth massive amounts of money, but you know, it all counts, right? It all counts. So the next thing we're going to sell is our baler. We do need a new baler, but we're investing in a much bigger one. We're also going to buy a new seeder as well. A wider seeder, so we can get more done. There we go. That's that hooked up. Be sorry to see the back of this baler. It's been a good, faithful friend. It's done some serious amounts of baling. It's got 3/4 of a cornstalk bale in there as well. Hopefully I can sell it with that in. Just jump out and go and see what we can get for this. We'll probably need a little bit of a repair as well, as we've been using it quite vigorously recently. But there you go, I mean, crikey. 5,500 isn't much for that baler. Now, a windrower. And you're kind of scratching your heads going, why is he getting rid of his windrower? Well, you'll see very shortly. Because there's 3 pieces of equipment we're buying today, and it'll probably tally up to around about 250,000, maybe a little bit more. It doesn't leave us with much in the bank at all. But just you wait and see. It's by far our biggest investment to date, I think. So we'll just drop this in here too. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm starting to feel like these definitely don't get the work done as quickly as maybe we would like. And all of my tractors are around about 200 horsepower. I need something with a little bit more oomph in it for some of the jobs that I want. So there we go, we'll sell that as well. The money's going up. And in fact, I'll buy our new seeder first before I sell the other stuff. So let's just move this out of the way here. And let's go shopping. Now what I'll do, I'll go and buy the stuff and then I'll walk you around it, because I don't want to talk you through the shop stuff. I want it to be a bit of a surprise. So, I'm off to the shops. I'll see you shortly. Remember, we have got store deliveries enabled, so it will appear here for a small fee. So, we'll see you shortly. Now, I did say to you I wasn't going to show you the shop stuff, but I had to prove this, so you know I'm not scamming the system. But once again, Madifieds Classifieds has come to my aid once again, and the 8650 is in there at a massively reduced price, which I'm super excited about. I'm just scrolling along to see if there's anything else, but once again, the second-hand gods are shining on me, and Maddie, I don't know if she's I don't know what she's done, but for some reason this always seems to come good for me. So I will buy it second-hand. I have got the twin wheels on it, which I'm going to keep on, which is a little bit more. But I'm not sorry about that at all. I am going to also put a 3-point hitch on it, which obviously bumps the price up a little bit more. Still less than I would have paid if I was bought it for full price, and I was planning on buying it full price. So I also think I'll take GPS. So yeah, absolutely over the moon that this is in. I actually can't believe it. 290 horsepower engine as well, so it's going to do everything we need it to. So let's hit that button. So there we go, folks. 180,000 on new equipment. We have got ourselves the John Deere 2410 plough, which cost us 55,000. We have got this fantastic seeder, which is 13 metres, so double, more than double what we have at the moment. Both of these, we obviously had the subsoiler, the 6 metre subsoiler. This is 12 metres. This is 13.1 metres. Fantastic, and we've got a really chunky tractor to run it on as well. So, a huge amount of progress. And look at the money we've got in the bank still. We still have 151,000 in the bank. So I think while he's still mowing up there in the John Deere, we will go and start ploughing our other 2 big fields. But super excited. This is almost the, I don't know, the culmination of all of the weeks so far to get to this point, to get some proper kit in that's really going to change the face of this farm forever. So, oh my goodness, am I excited. Let's get this fired up. It's very quiet compared to the 40 series, isn't it? But really looks the part. So let's get the old 8650. Now we can upgrade this engine as well in the future if we need to, so it's a really kind of future-proof tractor as well. Not the fastest speed ever, but from my perspective that's not a big deal, because we're going to be able to cover so much more field time with this. It's going to be exciting. But look at that. Great stuff. So we'll head up to the field and we'll see you there. So here we are, pulling into the big field. This is going to make short work of this, I think. Get it unfolded. And we will get things set up and running. Okay, so we are running, and we're running manually, and I'll tell you why. Because I can't turn on auto drive and courseplay at the moment. So that's interesting. I don't know if that's the tractor or there's a little glitch in the game that's not letting me do it at the moment. So I'll try a restart in a little while and see if it works. It's working on the other tractors, so it could be just that it's a glitch. GPS works, so once I've done a few headlands I will get GPS fired up just to help me out a little bit there. But a strange one. Not the end of the world though. We've got plenty to keep us going for sure. So we'll head round, we'll do a couple of headlands here, and then we'll get GPS all set up and run the field from there. And of course, what did I say in my last episode? I'm sure I'll leave a bale behind. It's what I do almost consistently. So now we've got a 20,000 litre bale, which obviously I can't pick up by hand, wedged on our plough. So what I'm going to do, I have to do a little bit of cheating here. Just going to have to nudge it out of the way with the tractor. It's not really cheating, but it's not good PR for the bale, is it? Hopefully the wheels won't climb over the top of it. And we'll come back and collect that at another time. But loving this tractor and this plough. This feels like proper farming. Not on a shoestring anymore. Although the fact that it doesn't have some of the tools to help us out is a little frustrating. But I do think we'll probably be able to rectify that. But what a machine, look at that. What a machine. Okay, we have done a couple of headlands here. We're going to take a little break just now, because as you can see in the bottom corner there, the mower has finished in the first field. So we will come back and we'll sort this in a little while. And the other thing we're going to do is go up and check the greenhouse. So a couple of little bits and pieces to sort, and then we'll come back and keep ploughing. So there he is, finished his course. What I'll do, just quickly stop that. I'm going to fire it up and grab these little bits in the corner here. You know what my OCD's like sometimes. Also, waste not, want not and all that. So we'll grab this stuff, because it'll make it a little bit easier when we're picking it up, but there's a nice good crop of grass on the field there, which we will turn into silage bales, because we can basically sell all of this for another big payday. But the other field, maybe this field here, we'll make a little bit of hay with, just to keep the stocks replenished in the shed there. So there we go, one done. We'll get him set up to run again over here. Then on course play we will load in field right and course generation. Headland Pass is probably just 3 on this side, slightly smaller field. First waypoint, drive the course, and away he goes. So that was pretty straightforward, and yeah, we'll be back very shortly to have a look at how he's getting on. First and foremost, let's go and have a look at the greenhouse. So there we go, just as we arrive here, I thought I'd check the whiskey, and as you can see, we did alright with our crops there. Just 1% barley left, all the corn finished, and we've got another 4 crates there that we can sell at some point, which is exciting. So yeah, no, we did well there, managing those volumes. And over here, we've got 8,000 litres of fertiliser there as well, which will come in handy. As for the greenhouse, volumes are looking good. Water looks like it could do with a bit of a top up. Seeds doing okay. So we'll definitely top up the water, and we'll spawn and see how many pallets we can spawn. There we go. Let's get that water filled right up, or as full as we can. Yep, managed to get it all in there. Put the tanker back where it belongs. Try not to smash the windows of the greenhouse. There we go, and let's see how many of these we can spawn. 14 pallets of tomatoes ready, and there they all are. Fantastic. So, what we'll do here, we will go and grab our green truck and we'll go and get these sold ASAP. Just need to take them to the little kiosk over here, and people come in their droves and purchase them, because they're the best quality tomatoes that you can find in the area. So let's I did think about selling this truck. I don't like this truck, if I'm being honest, just in this format, the auto load element of it rather than the truck. I love the truck, just the auto load element feels a little bit buggy. But actually it will come in really handy for these. Let's see if we can pick them up now. Missed the first few, so we'll go back and grab them. We should be able to get all of these on this. There we go. We could have taken another 2 actually, but that will do, and we don't have a particularly long journey to get them to the store, and these could sell for a pretty penny in fact. What we'll do before we pull up is just check the prices. So there we go, 390 per 1,000 litres, going down in price at the moment, but I'm pretty comfortable that we've got a constant stream of these, so it makes sense to sell a few now, and again kind of improve the output from what we had before. So let's get them sold. There we go, there's our unload point. So if I run this just to about here and hit Y, you can see those disappearing down. Interesting that the second layer is hovering on top. Might need to do something about that. But it's selling them. There we go. A little bit of magic. So let's see how much we make from this, but it is looking like a decent amount of money. There we go, 10,000, not bad at all. Happy with that. Right, let's park this up and let's get back to ploughing. So there we are, folks. Field ploughed and done. That did not take too long at all. So what I'm going to do, get this folded up, get it back to, I was going to say the farm, but I might just drop it into the cornfield here. But we're not going to use this for ploughing straight away because we've got something else lined up. So we will head back to the farm and I will show you what our plan is when I get there. Because this is going to be yet another game changer in how we process some of our crops, purely because I'm cutting out a couple of steps, or certainly one big step. So I'll see you back at the farm and I'll show you what that's about. So here we go, and this is the reason that we sold our baler. Because I have found in the week these absolutely awesome balers that we can windrow with as well. So there's 4 options. There is a Fendt, a Challenger, a Massey, and I believe a New Holland. Yes, there we are. There's the New Holland one at the end. So I think I'm going to go with the Massey one. They're all the same price. They do take a trailer hitch, which I am going to add on. Not for any reason that we need just now, but I'll show you when we make hay bales in the future. Because there is also a stacker that we can add onto the back of this in the future. But for now, we'll grab this. It's 106,000. That is absolutely the most expensive bit of kit we've bought for this farm so far. But there it is. Delivery costs of 2.5 grand as well. So crikey, we are spending money big time. But it has built-in windrows, so it's going to save us in terms of speed. We should be able to pick up without having to windrow first. Obviously, if we've got a tedder on, we'll need to do that for hay. But we want grass bales out of here that then we can wrap. So we are going to just get this fired up. But look at that! We're playing with the big guns now, so we'll get it unfolded. There's the back unfolded. So there we go, we're in position now. Now you hold the mouse button down actually to lower the booms, that's interesting. I hadn't realised that before. So we drop the windrows into place. Now I just want to adjust the bale capacity. Let's bump them right up to 20k bales, because that's what helps us. Lower that down. Fire up the baler. Let's hide the menu, we don't need to see that anymore. Let's give this a whirl, let's see what happens here. Everything's running. Windrower and baler all in one. Look at that. This is huge in terms of the amount of time it's going to save us. Oh, a little bit of an issue there as we go up the hill. It looks like it's getting stuck. Maybe. Too low to the ground. Can I adjust that? Possibly. Shall see. There we go. Just a little bit of adjustment there. Doesn't seem to be a major problem. Maybe just on the corner there on the hill. But look at that. We are making some serious inroads here. Serious inroads. We'll have this field baled and ready in no time at all. I mean, 13,000 litres of a 20,000 litre bale already. We just couldn't have achieved that with our old windrower. Good as it was and wide as it wasn't as good as this. So, yeah, we're in the big time now. Well folks, there you go. We have overstayed our welcome for this episode, but what a difference this is making. We have covered off so much of this field in such a short amount of time. It's amazing. So we'll push on, we'll keep going with this, and hopefully we'll be done in the not too distant future. Yeah, what an episode. We have spent big, and I think we're shaping the future of the farm in this episode for sure. So more to come, hopefully. Some big paydays just around the corner, which will allow us to invest in a few other bits of equipment as well. And then it's going to be all systems go as we close in on $1 million earned. So from me for now, the Farm Sim Guy, thank you so much for watching. This has been great fun this episode, and more to come from me on this series before FS22 launches at the end of November. So thank you for watching as always, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.